Hey there everybody, this is Caitlin here, and welcome to our latest Vingolf 3 spoilers for Force of Will. Sorry that these came out a bit late today. I was working for the majority of the day, and because the spoilers are technically released at like 1 a.m. Friday, technically speaking, like I didn't have any time to record this before I went to work, so sadly I had to wait till after work as my laptop begins to hum into life and whatnot, so sorry if you can hear that in the background a little bit. But yeah, so no spoilers. I also figured out that the spoilers are going to be every Friday now instead of every Friday and Tuesday. So basically we're only getting spoilers on a Friday now, which I guess makes sense because obviously this is like not like a kind of like randomized thing or whatever. It is like a complete set, so you are going to be guaranteed these cards and whatnot. So I can understand why they're only doing spoilers every week to try and like spread it out a bit more and, you know, help build up the hype for this. So this week, last week we had the reveal of all our dragon rulers, and this week we're having a look at the stones that are going to be accompanying us in this Vingolf set. And we did get confirmation that we're going to be getting special magic stones that are different from the regular jewel stones. And how are they different? Well, we're actually going to be diving in and looking at them first, because there's at least 10 new special stones. Yes, count them, 10 new special magic stones, which is pretty insane. And looking at this first one here, I can't help but think of the Firefox logo. I don't know if that's just me there, but it kind of looks like the Firefox logo with like this kind of like burning bit here around the blue. This is known as the Burning Water Magic Stone, and all these new special magic stones have this gimmick where when this card enters your field, you can put 2 magic counters on this card. You can tap and this one will produce fire, and you can tap and remove a magic counter from this card to produce blue. So this is a neat way to incorporate a new type of jewel stone, but obviously making it different from, say, the regular jewel stones that we've got, and the kind of like shock stones, as people who like play Magic like to call them, the ones that are basically the memorias for the jewel color rulers. So I think this is really a nice way to like make sure that obviously you can get access to the colors that you need, but you are still having to like not pay a price, but you're still having to do something in order to get that other color that you need for your deck. So if you like say that you were wanting to run this, you wouldn't have to worry about too much about like taking like a penalty for using the stone. The only thing that would remind me is now you need to be very careful which stones you're tapping, like when you're producing the void cost, because I think you'll need to like calculate it in particular, because you know that this like these cards will only be able to get you 2 amounts of the secondary color that you're using, unless they're going to produce spells or whatnot that lets you add more magic counters to your stones or something like that. I think that would be pretty cool. But going on to the next one, because we've got quite a few stones to get through, we have the Gusting Darkness magic stone, and this art is just gorgeous. I love how they're all full arts. I just don't know whether they're going to be all foil. I have a feeling that they're not going to be foil. I feel like they're just full arts. They're not going to be foil or anything like that. But we'll just need to wait and see, because I'm not quite sure whether the Vingolf set, the last set, whether those jewel stones were foil or not. I'm pretty sure they weren't, because I never bought Valkyria Chronicles or whatever, so I don't know. But I do appreciate that they're full art, and they just look absolutely gorgeous. So this one is the one for green and darkness, so it regularly produces green, and you can remove counter and produces dark. This one is the Magic Stone of Murky Waters. Again, absolutely gorgeous artwork. This one produces water normally, and if you remove a magic counter from it, you can produce black. This is the Magic Stone of Nature's Beauty, and oh my gosh, it is Nature's Beauty. Just look how gorgeous that is. It's like a little bulb of a flower, and it's like in some kind of cavern here, and the light is just like shining in it. It looks absolutely amazing. So this one regularly produces wind, and when you remove a counter from it, it produces light. I feel like I'm going through this set like really, really quickly, but it's just because they all really do the same thing, so there's not really too much to talk about because they're just magic stones. This is the Magic Stone of Purgatory, which is a pretty epic name for this one that produces darkness regularly, and then you remove a counter and it produces fire. This is the Magic Stone of Radiant Waves, so pretty. This produces light, and then if you remove a counter, it produces water. The Magic Stone of Summer's Breeze, which is like some kind of weird like chalice kind of thing, which looks pretty neat. It produces fire regularly, and if you remove a counter, you can produce wind. The Misty Wind Magic Stone, which I really like. It's like really pretty. I like how it's like a flower and like half of it is like blue and the other half is like green. So it produces water, and you can remove a counter and it produces wind. Next one is the Shadowy Light Magic Stone, which is kind of weird how it's like kind of like, it reminds me a bit of like Dark Alice and Light Alice, in that this half is like trying to fight over the light half and all this stuff. It produces dark regularly, and you can remove a counter and it produces light. And this is the Sparkling Firestone, which is absolutely gorgeous. I totally adore it. This produces light, and if you remove a counter from it, it produces fire, which is really, really neat. But after talking about all those magical specials magic stones, we're going to go into our basic stones, and they almost make me more excited than anything because of the artwork in particular. Boom, we have confirmation that the artwork from the promo mat for the AGPs and whatnot is actually the artwork for all of these stones. So the first one we have is the Darkness Magic Stone, featuring the lovely Dark Alice being surrounded by all these thorn branches and whatnot, and her magic stone kind of looks like a black rose and everything, and Schrodinger's just like chilling on her shoulder being like, what's up? And she's just looking absolutely evil, obviously tapping produce darkness. But this is what I was most excited for. My queen, my darling dragon, my wonderful Sylvia. You know me, I absolutely adore Sylvia. She is my bae, and I'm so glad to see her back. And she is looking gorgeous in this new artwork. I totally adore it. I need like someone to find like the actual full art, not just like the stone. I need someone to find the full art of this and send me it so I can like make it my wallpaper or something like that. I need it so badly in my life. It's just so gorgeous. I'm just gonna be, these are gonna be my firestones all the time now. I'm gonna end up probably revamping my Sylvia deck. I'll make it like a Sylvia dragon tribute deck or something like that, and it's just gonna be all Sylvia, all fire, all dragons, all day long. Let's go. It's gonna be amazing. I totally adore her. I totally need to try and remember to use her in the thumbnail because she is gorgeous. Next up, we have the Light Magic Stone featuring our lovely Zero. Who else would you expect to be the bearer of the Light Stone than the new Magus of Light? So figure out what happened to Almerius, the former Magus of Light, because I'm pretty sure she was the former one before Zero got reformed and all this stuff. So not quite sure where Almerius is, but maybe we'll find out in Return of the Dragon Emperor, because we found out what happened to pretty much all of the 6 sages except for Almerius. She never got mentioned for some reason, so maybe we'll find out what happens to her in the Return of the Dragon Emperor. The Water Magic Stone is actually Alice. A couple of people got mixed up thinking that this was Charlotte, and I can see how they kind of mixed up because like Charlotte is like her predominant color is blue. She's kind of blonde and whatnot, and you know. But if you see, she's got the bunny ears, so we can tell from that this is Alice, Light Alice, obviously. And I kind of like how if you look here, like Light Alice is like facing that way, and if you go back to Dark Alice, she's like facing this way, so it kind of like counters each other, which I really like. And you know, although I'm not quite sure about all this like magical energy like coming out of like the stone. The stone looks very tiny. It's like I'm not too sure about that. And the last one, R.I.P. We pay our respects to the glorious Feast Sing here, donning her old garb from the Grim Cluster, obviously back before the like time difference, whatever, before she became the lazy sage, shall we call her, because she doesn't really like doing much work compared to Zero and whatnot. So I actually kind of prefer this outfit to her new outfit because I like her little witchy hat and like the bow, and she's got her monocle and everything, and I think she's really cute. And it just is a harsh reminder that she's dead. It's a very harsh reminder that she's dead. But there's really not much really to discuss about this kind of preview spoiler this time around, guys, because mainly it's just stones. We basically have new artwork for stones, and we've got new types of jewel stones, which is amazing, and they are pretty neat, and you know, I think I'll enjoy using some of them. I think maybe not like a full playset of them, because then you're kind of running the risk of not being able to produce the colour that you want, but I think they're kind of neat, and I'm excited to see what kind of resonators that we're going to see next week, because now that they've shown off all the rulers and they've shown off all the stones, I feel like now they're going to start revealing the resonators. And if I'm right, Light is usually the one that is always spoiled first when it comes to colours. I know it was kind of different last time because obviously it was dual colours, but since this is Vingolf 3, I feel like maybe we will get Light first. So fingers crossed we see some epic looking resonators and whatnot, and we see some old characters returning. So until next time, guys, I will see you all later.